Okay.
I think I might have to zoom in a little bit when it's just like this. Because people, like, if they watch it on their phones, we're going to be like this big on their phone.
So we figured out, like with this thing, if we wear like green shirts, then only our heads would appear. So we're gonna start putting our heads on random bodies.
Yes.
Like, bro,
Because that's what grown adults do.
if you were to if we had to do a movie review, you could put our heads on like different characters and shit. That'd be so stupid.
Yes.
Like I wouldn't mind like being like put me on Harley Quinn's body. Like I don't give a fuck. That'd be so stupid. All right, news. Now, is it official? Is he Blue Beetle?
I don't know. We have to wait for the next video for that. Yeah, no, I think so. I think he was in the lead, and yeah.
Okay. Because last I was hearing, there were a lot of people saying, "Oh, we want him to do it. We want him to be Blue Beetle," and I didn't see anything official. But if he is, kudos to him. Kudos to her as well for being Batgirl. Well, Leslie Grace, that's her name.
Yes, she's Barbara Gordon, Batgirl. So now, and this is going to be for I think her own movie on HBO Max.
Right. Which I personally think is the smart move for HBO Max to do. I mean, these Warner further executives need to just put your best foot forward, and the fans want this. They want some sort of universe. Start pumping out the movies. You got the money to start doing it, then go ahead and do it. You have the platform to release these movies onto. Do it.
Exactly. And it's been it's been a while since they've casted a Batgirl for anything.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all for it. I want to see what they can do.
I just hope they do it good.
Do it good. And my personal feelings, keep Harley Quinn as far away from it as possible.
I also heard that this is only going to be exclusively for HBO Max.
Yeah.
So it's not going to come out in theaters, which
that's cool. I mean, it'll be no different than, let's say, WandaVision or Loki, but instead of it being a TV show, it'll be a one-off movie, which is fine. We have seen that these streaming services can come out with Hollywood quality movies. So if it's just on HBO, Lin Miranda, that's my boy. So if it's just HBO movie, then so be it. Just do everything you can to make it good. And that's why I mentioned keep Harley Quinn away from it as possible, because Margot Robbie has owned that role as Harley Quinn, and you do not want to overshadow Batgirl at all. I was just saying, you keep Harley Quinn away from this movie because you don't want her to overshadow the main actress as Batgirl. Because Harley Quinn, Margot Robbie, she's such a force right now as Harley Quinn that if you include her in a movie, at this point she's a title character.
Yeah.
So you do not want, my personal opinion, you do not put her in this movie, because you're going to get more. She's going to be a big draw. But then you're going to get people who just want to see this movie for her and might be disappointed that she's not the title character, or she doesn't get no screen, So just let homegirl do her thing, let her be Batgirl, let her own that role.
Now, who's going to be Commissioner Gordon? Who's going to play Batgirl's father?
Doesn't matter.
Is this in the DCU, EU? Is it just a movie?
Well, yeah, if it's in the DCU, then you already have Commissioner Gordon, and
But who's Commissioner Gordon though?
Isn't it what's his name?
Is
J.K.
it J.K. Simmons?
J.K. Simmons, yeah.
Right? That it would be, right? You would think
Bro,
so. It makes sense, right?
yeah.
Yes. That casting call makes sense.
What are you getting at?
Who knows if it will be?
Oh, who knows? If it is, and know what I've thought long and hard about, certain characters, being portrayed by a certain race, whatever. I don't care anymore. I saw Loki as a alligator, and it made sense to me. Like,
Yeah. No,
bro,
that's not even the fact. That's not the fact of it though, but it's who's gonna, like, you can't just throw in a random dude and he's Commissioner Gordon and this is tied into the DCEU.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, yeah, it
So
can. I mean, you can just say, this Commissioner Gordon is being recasted. Like, we don't know what's going on with the DCU at this point. I do hope
no,
that there's some sort of restructuring going on and
WB
that they
doesn't even
continue
know what's
forward
going
with
on.
it. But yeah, like, I really want it to live. I want it to breathe. Um, Hopefully, this is one of many steps going forward to continue that. Depending on how the Suicide Squad does, can really make or break that. So, watch it. If you have HBO Max, is it? Watch
Yeah.
the Suicide Squad. I saw it. It was an awesome movie. Anthony's gonna see it tomorrow, and he's
Yes.
gonna love it. He hasn't seen it yet, but I already know he loves it. So
Yeah. It's awesome. It's funny. There's explosions. It's jam-packed action. Um, it's got Sylvester Stallone. You know,
Um,
whatever.
I will tell you this little caveat right here.
No.
No, you're gonna love the characters. You're gonna love them. Like, I didn't walk away and said to myself, that character stood out, that one didn't. It was no, they all played their role, and walked away. It was like, yo, I really like the chemistry between them.
Yeah,
Everyone had their moments. So yeah,
that's good.
that's all I'm gonna say.
And I see
So
that the Batgirl movie is going to be directed by the duo behind Bad Boys for Life,
really,
and those movies are crazy action. So
okay.
hopefully
I
they
mean,
give her some action, like some cool shit to do, and not. I know you need to get an origin story in there. I understand that, but when the time comes, like get that action in there.
yeah, good scripted fights. The choreography can really make or break a film.
Yeah.
And if you don't have those moments, like you can watch something like John Wick. The story, some people like, oh, the story's whack, whatever, whatever you think about John Wick. I don't care who you are. You cannot walk away from John Wick and say, yeah, the action sequences weren't good. Those moments, like seeing him fight, are amazing.
Yeah.
I recently rewatched the first one, which is a couple years old now. Holds up phenomenally well because they're well scripted fights. So
Hmm.
if you can lock down how Batgirl fights, then you're in, then I think the movie's going to be very enjoyable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
but if the fighting is forgettable, then you
I'm
forget all
excited
the
for it
character
though.
movie.
It's just been planned for a while. Joss Whedon was behind it.
Josh Whedon, oh boy.
So, but yeah, now I like that things are starting to continue and actually move along, moving forward with projects that they've had and we've heard about, and now are actually getting lifted and created.
That's good. And like I said, hopefully this is the first of many steps because ultimately, regardless if I prefer Marvel over DC, my overall thought process has always been
Marvel.
my overall thought process has always been good superhero business or is just good in general for the business.
Yeah.
If you get a good superhero movie in there, it doesn't matter if it's a Marvel movie or DC movie, it's good overall.
Yeah.
The general population is not gonna be able to differentiate that's a Marvel character versus that's a DC character. This was like I saw that comic movie and I hated it. So if it's good for all, any comic movie.
Yeah. And this guy, see, he's in Cobra Kai. He's the main guy in Cobra Kai, and he's good. That's the only thing I've seen him in. But he's good.
I still haven't
So
seen it.
that's cool how you do Cobra Kai and now you land a superhero role.
Yeah. And Blue Beetle, which I feel is what DC really needs. You need to bring some of these more obscure names that
they need diversity.
Yeah, diversity, but you need to bring more obscure names that people really don't know about. Like unless you read the comics,
lesser known characters.
Unless you read the comics, unless you've seen the animated cartoon movies, or unless you've seen the animated cartoon shows, you're not going to know who Blue Beetle is.
Yeah.
This is very similar to who the hell knew about Guardians of the Galaxy unless you read the comics. No one did. And then James Gunn went ahead and put them on the map. And now your average day school mom is going to be able to tell you who the hell Rocket Raccoon is. Oh. My wife was bringing down a cherry icy. I thought she was about to hit me. I don't get beat, people. I'm very nervous. But yeah, casting this guy as Blue Beetle, it's definitely a step up for him in the right direction and a step in the right direction for DC. Also, I love the sneakers he's wearing right now. So,
what?
I love the sneakers he's wearing right now. Those look like those are some Jordans he might be wearing. Old school Jordans. They don't look like Dunks. I could be wrong. Yeah, I think those are old school Jordans right there. There are some Jordan 1s. Respect.